Alright, good evening. Good morning. Alright, here's the camera. Maybe if I turn it on first. There we go. Alright, no, that was all that made it through the eBay gauntlet. So, thanks again, Patrick, on that. Alright, 2 boxes of Chrome and a box of Sapphire. Should hopefully be in this brown box in front of us. Otherwise, that'll get exciting. I haven't adjusted the tape or nothing. I got these through Dave and Adams since GTS is kind of drying up on the Chrome. Uh-oh. Nope. This is where it's going to get exciting. This is the wrong... wrong stuff. Alright. Well, I'll be right back. Try again. Alright. Try this box. This one's a little lighter. What could possibly go wrong? Alright, that's looking better. This feels like the Chrome. Set that over there. This feels like the Sapphire. Ta-da! Nothing else up in there. So, hopefully, these are decent. I'm running down to my last few 2020 breaks here. Flagship is still on track to release on the 11th. And Chrome got pushed back now a little bit to March 9th. So, I'm still not sure if I want to buy the March 9th date, but it's, I guess, plausible at this point. So, we need the proper list here on the left. Everything is totally under control here tonight. Alright, there's the list. Let me get you on here, Patrick. Alright. There we go. Let me get the hands washed off, and then we'll get started. Flagship I'll run, well, at least I'll try to run a good portion of it through the website, at least initially, so, and the Facebook group. If you're not on Facebook, I can understand. I'll do some through eBay. It's just hard to run multiple breaks of the same stuff through eBay. Since they hide listings if you don't word them right. So, anyways, enough of that. We'll do the Sapphire at the end. Apologize, my voice is a little rougher than usual. I've had some kind of bug for the last 2-3 weeks that, I don't know. It's all chesty stuff. Gotta thank my daughter for bringing that home. had blanks before. There we are. So, alright, well, here we go. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel bad. I was tired for like the last, about a week ago, like the whole time. And then last week I had my on-call, which wasn't very kind to me, but I don't know. Hey, an auto right away. Not as clear as usual. Alright, hold on. Let me make the font bigger for those that are blind. Yeah, I think I have 10 cases of flagship on the way, allegedly. So we'll have plenty of that when that actually hits. Alright, we begin with a Lando Norris base portrait. And nice start for Chris here right away. And MP, Yuki Future Stars, and Grosjean refractor portrait to get us through pack 1. Yeah, it took me a while to get him that. I'm sure he's decompressing at this point. Although he's moved off the max now, so maybe he didn't want to try his luck back-to-back like that. Alright, next up, Vettel on the portrait. Grosjean. Lewis winning Bahrain. And Ricardo on the track tag. Alright, pack 3, Albon in a helmet. Racing Point, Kimi Raikkonen, and Shangalale refractor. Next up, Vettel, driver of the day, Singapore. De La Traz, Bottas, and a purple Kimi Raikkonen out of 399. $18 out of 399 for Kimi. And just a little bit here on the left. Scott, congrats there. X-Pack, Carlos Sainz. Callum Elliott. Danny Ricciardo. And Jack Eichen, 54. Pros seem to make these a little tighter than usual. Alright, next pack. Albon. Mr. Steiner. Williams on the logo. And Markelov on a refractor. Continuing on, Leclerc, driver of the day for Britain. Monchot, Lewis winning France. And Vettel, 54. All right, Albon. Daruvula. Bottas, driver of the day for Australia. And Carlin on the team refractor. That'll get us halfway through box number 1. All right, here we go. Second half of box 1. Alex Albon on the portrait. Congrats there, Justin. And we got Magnussen. Bottas winner, Azerbaijan. And Lewis. Number 1 refractor. Congrats on that, Tom. Quick glance, I don't really see anything too crazy on it. No mix so far yet, Peter. Alright, moving on. Trident. Carlin, logo. Simon Roberts, and Pierre Gasly on the tag. Next up, Leclerc. Race Lab, logo, Mazepin, and Esteban Ocon, 54. Moving on. Verstappen, driver of the day, Austria. Jack Eichen. Mercedes team. And George Russell, portrait refractor. Nice one here for George. And again, a quick glance here. I don't see too many issues. Congrats on that, Gabe. Couple of nice refractors. Next pack, Verstappen, driver of the day, Hungary. Renault, Latifi, and Lance Stroll, 54. Verstappen, win in Germany. Stroll, Russell base. And Gasly, 54. Alright, next pack. Shangaleo. Looks like we got some gold rolling up here. Lewis winning Monaco. MP Refractor logo. And the gold is for Kevin Magnussen on the 70th. Congrats on that, Phil. And just the little scratches here on the left. All right. Third to last pack. Sebastian Vettel. Lazy and some more gold wave coming up. Luca Giotto. And a gold wave for Jack Eichen. Out of 50 here for Jack. $14 out of 50. You can obviously see the right side. Don't have to look too hard for that. And maybe a little flake here on the left. So. Alright, Jack. Oh. Well, I'm pretty sure Jack A did not buy Jack Eichen. So I apologize for autopiloting that. But congrats. You know who you are. Alright. Second to last. Christian Lundgaard. Robert Schwartzman. Pierre Gasly. And Mick Schumacher on the tag. First one here, Peter. Alright. Then we have our auto pack. Virtuosi on the logo. Dams on the logo. Sergio out of 399 purple. And he is on Yuki Tsunoda on the base auto. Been a while since I've seen Yuki. Patrick, congrats there. 91 out of 541 if it ever gets to focus. There we go. And your mark on the left. Not too much on the right. But yeah, congrats, sir. This is my last stand. I guess I'll have to do some cleaning here. All right, Checo. $124 out of 399 here for Sergio, and a little bit on the left, and it appears, I don't know if I can get the show up, but there's like a, there it is. You can kind of see the scuff go from that mark all the way underneath first three. And it kind of fades away. And then there's a flake here on the right as well. So through all that, congrats, John. That was a pretty decent box number one. All things considered. Another auto. All right. Maybe we'll get some color on this other one. Oh, styrofoam. All right, here we go. Box 2. Ever get the styrofoam out of here? Christian Horner. I went ahead and slid that up right away. ART, Roy Nassani. And a Ferrari, 54. Yeah, I don't know how they can let the quality control slide again like they did last on this stuff for another year. Vettel, win in Singapore. Stroll, Moncho, and Lewis, award winners on the refractor. I just got in a case and a half of 2021 finest UEFA champions. And I see that is probably made in the same place as this stuff was, so I'm curious how that looks. Alright, Vettel, driver of the day, Canada. Ike and Lewis, thumbs up. And Kimi Räikkönen on the refractor. You know, the tape looked right, the box looked right as far as how it felt. So I'm like, this must have come from the same plant as F1 Chrome. All right, Stroll, Giovinazzi, Danny Kvyat, and Carlos Sainz on the tag. And we got Gasly, portrait. A couple of them here, a little orange. Bottas in the car. Franz Toast out of 399 and an orange ART 70th. Congrats on that, Scott. Little issue here on the right, next to my Talon. $80 out of $3.99 here for Franz. And this looks pretty damn good on the back. Just a little issue here, right there. Congrats on that, Patrick. All right, then we got a Lacey, Schwartzman, Pedro Piquet, and Yuki Tsunoda, 54. Virtuosi, Campos, Bottas winning the U.S., and Antonio Giovinazzi, 54. I don't think Fanatics is going to change much, at least right away. Oops, I forgot to get Gasly top loaded here. No, they just bought Topps. I imagine Topps has contracts that need to be honored, you know, for a few years at least, as far as distribution goes. But after that, if I was a major card retailer, I would be a little nervous. I don't know, it's going to be cheaper for us, but I could see Fanatics going, we'll sell it all ourselves. Yeah, and they seem to have grand plans on everything, so I don't know how they plan to execute their wish list, but as far as being a one-stop shop for everything. Yeah, I would think they'd keep the stuff like that going. I don't know if they're going to change much of like what Topps does, products-wise. I just think the distribution is going to be a little different. You know, and quite honestly, even though I got distributors accounts, they could get rid of them guys first thing. I wouldn't be too upset about that. Because I'm not really sure what value they offer besides price inflation. So, alright. Here we go. Second half of box 2. Albon. Driver of the Day, U.S. Another Lando Norris portrait. Bottas winner in Azerbaijan. And the Mercedes team photo for the total spot. Yeah, I don't know how they can do their own break room, but I could see them maybe buying a whatnot or something like that. Or have their own platform where you can break cards on it, but you got to work up to their standards. Otherwise, congrats again here, Chris, on the Lando. The amount of cards that are broke or opened on a day-to-day basis is, I don't know how you could do that as a one entity item. Judo, Danny Ricciardo, Simon Roberts, and Max Verstappen. I think this is our first Max of note. Might be a couple of driver of the days, but been pretty quiet here tonight for Max so far. All right, Leclerc, driver of the day for Britain. MP, Carlos Sainz, 54, and a gold, Nick Latifi. Lewis Hamilton's favorite person. Right after Massey. 21 out of 50 here for Nick. And the flake on the left. Congrats, Chris. So yeah, I mean, everything's all speculation with Fanatics, but I can't see them going, you're going to have to go to fanatics.com and we're going to have our own breakers. It just, the amount of stuff that is sold on any given night is crazy to try to figure out how to do that yourself. I mean, just look at like what Blowout and Steel do just by themselves, or, you know, Leighton or somebody. Verstappen, Lacey, another George portrait, and Delatraz, 54. I don't think anybody can make a rhyme or reason sometimes of what Topps does for rookies, or what they label rookies. How many rookie symbols you think are going to be in flagship, since it's technically everybody's first Topps flagship card. Alright, there we go. There's George's in focus. Albon. Dams. Another Mercedes team photo. And Race Lab. Team Refractor. Schwartzman. Pedro Piquet. Lewis winning Monaco. And Ricardo portrait on the refractor. Congrats on that, Michael. Come on. There we go. Moving on, Leclerc winning Belgium. Carlos Sainz portrait. Luca Giotto. And Williams. With some surface stuff going on. Purple out of 399. $289 out of 399. And on the left. Verstappen, driver of the day, Spain. Ricardo portrait, base. Nick Latifi. And then we'll have a Kimi Räikkönen 54 once I get Daniel out of the way. All right, Gunther Steiner. Dragovic, Sean Galeo, and Roman Grosjean, portrait refractor. And a lot of portraits here on the refractor side tonight. Congrats on that, Scott. Red Bull on the logo, Christian Lundgaard. Lewis winning Bahrain. And Lewis for the track tag with more styrofoam. All right. And our second auto. Grosjean. Kimi Räikkönen. Yuki Tsunoda. And Yuki is on Marino Sato. Base auto. No such luck on the color. 185 out of 376. And a pretty big flake here on the left. Scott, congrats on that. And that will get us through regular chrome. All right, Sapphire, here we go. Pack number 1, Leclerc, driver of the day, Italy, Alesi, Giovinazzi, And Lewis winning Mexico. Alright, Pierre Wash starts pack 2 with AlphaTauri on the logo, Luca Giotto, and Claire Williams. Number 3, Lance Stroll. Do I do this break weekly? I try to get one F1 weekly. Either it's all chrome or it's been this. I will probably do this one more time and then it'll be flagship season. Grosjean. Virtuosi. And George Russell. Who wanted the gold that I was talking about earlier? On the variation. Hardest part about doing this break is finding Sapphire that isn't too expensive. You don't have any flakes, but you could definitely tell the knife was dull. So you'll probably get hammered on edges if you were to grade it. 6 out of 50 for George. Congrats on that, Gabe. Alright, pack number 4. Yeah, this has been a nice Russell night. Ferrari on the logo. Lando freshest. Lewis, number 1, another nice pack. And MP 70th out of 70. $64 out of 70 on the logo. And again, the back looks pretty decent. You could probably say there's a mark right here on the right point of the light. But that's splitting hairs for all this stuff is. Congrats on that, Scott. There's a nice Lewis. Lando hasn't had a bad night either. A couple portrait rookies. And now the freshest. Alright, halfway through Sapphire. Delatraz. Nassani. Lewis winning Britain. And Racing Point Aqua Auto 99. $43 and 99 here for Racing Point. And again, doesn't look too bad on the back. Congrats again, Scott. Alright, Verstappen. ART. Jack Eichen. And Prima on the logo. 2 left. Leclerc, driver of the day, Bahrain. Lacey. Lewis. And a gold. Lewis Hamilton winning Mexico. Lewis needed whatever he could get out of the Sapphire box. $42 out of 50 for Lewis. So close on the car number. And maybe just a little issue here on the right. All pretty clean. Congrats again, Thomas. And final pack. Toast. Alfa Romeo on the logo. Why not? George Russell. And a Russell photo variation to wrap it up. Definitely the night to have George. Congrats again, Gabe. Or Gabriel. Alright, I don't think that was too bad of a box of Sapphire either. Nothing like a, what I would say, a monster, but I've had worse, that's for sure. Alright, recap. In no particular order. Portraits. Ricardo, Sainz, Gasly, and Vettel. Base portraits. Purples, Williams. Get on camera here. Toast. Sergio, and excuse me, Kimi Räikkönen. '54s. Refractors. Pick this up here. Track tags. Let's see here. Notable rookies. All blur here, but that's George. Lando, another George. Mazepin, Albon, Sonoda, and Lando. Not on the showcase, but could have been. Lewis on the Sapphire out of 50. Wood in Mexico. Racing Point out of 99. MP out of 70. Eichen, Gold Wave out of 50. Kevin Magnussen, Gold 70th, and a Orange 70th for ART. Other stuff laying down on the job here. Out of Sapphire. George Variation. Lando Freshest, and Lewis Portrait. Excuse me again. And that leaves their showcase. Sato on the auto out of 376. Yuki auto out of 541. And then a Lewis Portrait Refractor. George Portrait Refractor. Latifi Solid Gold out of 50. And a Russell Photo Variation Gold out of 50 from Sapphire. So, alright, well, thanks for all the bids on this, guys. I will have another one of this break set up. I'll try to list it tomorrow night, so it'll go off on Sunday night. Hopefully a little earlier than this one. Like 9:30 or so instead of 10:30. But that's my plan, at least for tomorrow. But yeah, have a good rest of your evening. Thanks again. I'll do my best to get these shipped out tomorrow for you right away. And yeah, that's about all I got. Have a good night. Thank you again.